This ID card, it's really Mazu Empress's ID and train card. Tickets and boarding passes are real. It's been circulating online. There's a fairy in Putian who often travels on a high-speed rail and the meal treatment is extremely high. Now, these are not rumors. It's that it exists. So why does God take a high-speed train or a plane? Wherever there is seawater, there are Chinese. Wherever the Chinese go, there is Mazu. When other places need to replace the statue of Mazu, or when holding some Zhonggan activities, I'm going to buy a ticket for Mazu. Those who have a long journey or need to go abroad, you need to buy a plane ticket. This is why Mazu, the reason why the Empress wants to travel frequently. That Mazu's original name was Lin Mo. These digits in the ID card indicate the birth date of Mazu. Explain that Mazu began in 960 AD. That is, the northern Song the 23rd dynasty. Day of the 3rd lunar month in the first year Lin village, Maizu Island, Putian City, Fujian Province. 1063 years old this year. On the 23rd day of the 3rd lunar month this year. Hosted by Haiyan Liang. I made one for Empress Mazu. 163-year-old anniversary event. The age is recorded. You can't go wrong. Every time the mother goes out to patrol, you need to apply and file with the relevant departments. Mom's real name ticket. In fact, the virtual ID number and special ticket. If anyone is fortunate enough to walk with the mother, everyone must remember to sincerely pay homage to the Empress. Because Empress Mazu is not a feudal superstition. He's a real man in history. It is also the largest and most flexible coastal area. The female sea god with the most believers. Hello, everyone. Many people have been swiped by Empress Mazu recently. All fans along the coast have a question. What kind of god is Mazu Empress? What have you done? Is he a mythical figure or characters in history? For these issues, fans in the coastal areas must not listen. For example, a sentence we often see on the internet. Lying in Mazu is the final bottom line for Fujian and that's not a joke. So this video, let's talk to fans in the coastal and inland regions. Great Mazu Empress. Mazu is the northern Song dynasty, a true historical figure. He became a god from a man. Many have been created in Chinese history. Unparalleled miracle. Later, although these miracles were recorded by Taoism, but he was always somewhere between Taoism, middle ground with Buddhism, or that Empress Mazu is an independent deity. His true identity will be discussed later in the video. Empress Mazu was born in 960 AD, 23rd of the 3rd lunar month. Before he was born, parents have already given birth to 5 daughters. In coastal areas, men are the majority of the labor force because women can't go to sea, right? So his parents are very much looking forward to having another son. 5 girls in a row. The mother can only beg the gods to resign. Tell him to give birth to a boy this time. After 14 months of pregnancy, the baby shows no signs of giving birth. This is very worrying for the family. At the same time, rumors began to spread in the village. Said he was pregnant with that this kid doesn't stand up or something, but not for long. The baby is finally showing signs of labor. When Dade was born naturally, it will be accompanied by a vision of heaven and earth. Is the same. Before Mazu was born, most of the villagers saw shooting stars in the sky turned into a red light. This red light from the northwest sky slide all the way to the family of Empress Mazu. This meteor is shining brightly, colorful. The fire shines on the shore. The stone is illuminated with 5 color after a foreign land. The horse owner was born. What my parents didn't expect was, this is another baby girl, and he's very well behaved. They don't even cry. Quiet as the moon in the night sky. He never cried until the full moon. So his parents named him Linmer. The locals call it Lin Mo Niang. And Linmer grew up brave and smart, also reasonable. No filial piety to parents. Humble brother. It's very watery. He couldn't remember it when he was 8 years old. Xuan Jie is proficient in 10-year-old wash, chanting. The silence is similar to the Taoism we talked about. Once a person is quiet, avatar, you can't understand. Anything you think is fantasy can come true. And the most amazing thing Lin Mo has had a special connection with the sea since he was as a child. He could sense the changes in the ocean. For example, when will the wind and waves raining heavily? Fishermen going out to sea. Will you encounter extreme weather when going to sea? And so on. And Linmer sensed the waves coming. It will inform nearby fishermen not to go out to sea. So he has another name for the dragon girl. In legend, Lin Mo is 13 years old. I met a peerless Taoist expert, No Zuan Tong Zenren. The real person can see at a glance that Lin Mo has taught him the secret method of profound power. By practicing this secret method, Lin Mo can measure and perceive the good and bad in the world. Want to know the world. When he was 16, He went on a trip with his sisters in a well. Suddenly, I saw an immortal holding a pair of bronze slowly Buddhas up from the bottom of the well. Sisters run away in fear. Only Li Mo knelt down and worshipped the immortal, rejoicingly. Give the same blessing in your hand and grant it to the fairy. After receiving this uniform, Lin Mo devoted himself to a spell to be well versed in change. It's been amazing ever since. Call the wind, and you can even travel to the sea. Use the art of wandering the sea. He saved countless lives in shipwrecks. People near and far are grateful to him. Call him the Mother Goddess. When Empress Mazu began to make predictions, people don't believe him. For example, he once calculated that there would be storms. The fishermen in the village are not allowed to go out. There was an old man among the fishermen. We know a little bit about climate change. He can see it. It must be calm today. He insisted on leading the villagers to fish in the sea. But what everyone never expected was dark clouds suddenly covered the clear sky. Thunderstorms at sea. Wind and clouds. Empress Mazu stands by the sea. Suddenly says, the neighbor's second brother is in danger. He quickly found his neighbor's house and kindly reminded my neighbors to prepare some herbs as soon as possible in case of emergency. As a result, the neighbors thought he was unkind. Just because the villagers didn't believe his divination, he holds a grudge. He also denounced him as a broom star who can't speak human words. Then he kicked him out the door. Mazu, who was pushed out, not only did not hold a grudge against them, still going up the mountain to pick herbs for the first time. Is it used to prevent the funeral of the second brother? Fishermen carrying stretchers in the evening. In a hurry. The seriously injured second brother was sent home. The family found the second child in a coma due to serious injuries. Also very regretful. I didn't hear what Empress Mazu said. Otherwise, there would be no such catastrophe. And this time, the good mother finished collecting medicine from the mountain. I rushed to the second brother's house. And here's the magic. All the herbs he collected. Just in time to deal with the second brother's illness. After treatment, the second brother also recovered. From now on, Mazu Empress has become the weather forecast for the fishing village. Old fishermen are unsure when the weather will come to him to ask. As time goes by, Mazu Empress by secretary, I have mastered the method of unsheath. Not only can you fly freely between heaven and earth, can also cast some small spells, but things that made him regret for the rest of his life also when his brother and father were going out to sea to fish. My brother said to him on the shore, this time, I will bring some more fish, sell more money, and buy him something delicious. But no one thought this time. It's the moment when their brother and sister are separated forever. After my brother and father went fishing at sea, my sister went home and started fishing. Unexpectedly, an evil wind blew from the sea. The evil wind brought the waves and overturned the mother who should have weaved it home with peace of mind. Suddenly, red light flashed above his head. He immediately realized that there was a big problem at sea. He immediately entered the state of primary filial piety. The end of the red dress. When he FLIs it, many fishermen are already in a desperate situation. He doesn't care about all the fishermen. He can only choose to save the father closest with a neighbor. After saving them, he stretched out the red silk to rescue his brother. When the red silk is about to pull up, his mother suddenly woke him up. His teacher was disturbed by his mother. Start moving away from preaching. The father saw the woman in red walk away from him, also gradually collapse. The mother who wakes up is also heartbroken, watching his brother die in front of him. But powerless. He was very upset and blamed his mother. The mother at this time thought he just had a weird nightmare. Not long after, the cold body of my brother was carried back home. Afterwards, the father described the whole story of the shipwreck. In the father's description, a goddess dressed in red appeared, saved his and his neighbor's names. When the goddess was about to pull his son out, suddenly dissipated into the sky. His departure, it also means the son has no chance of survival. The mother listened to the description of the father with regret. But all this, there's no remedy. Of course, there are still many legends about Empress Mazu. He not only saved the people, he also saved many foreigners. There's a foreign fleet. Encountered a thunderstorm at sea. It can't sail normally due to poor visibility. Suddenly, the crew saw not far away a strange fire flickered. They're walking towards the fire. This strange fire, it also saved the lives of dozens of crew members. When the crew came ashore, they learned. It turns out that the children of a family in the village, a fire destroyed his family's house. The fire became their last resort. This child who set the fire is Empress Mazu, because he sensed someone was killed at sea. Can't tell the direction, decided to use fire to help them escape the shipwreck. There are many similar stories, not just at sea. We found them on land, like when the plague was rampant. Countless casualties. When everyone has no choice, they started to go to Mazu Temple to pray to the Empress. I hope the Empress can drive away the plague. Result: that night, Empress Mazu said goodbye to the villagers in their dreams. The common people can dig fresh springs next to their temple, treat disease, with the joint efforts of the people. Really? Dug up a spring next to his temple. After drinking the spring water, Winnie was immediately granted the apparition, also known as the Holy Rite. Later generations also named him the Muse of That's in reality. God doesn't get what you want. There are the same goes for Empress Mazu. Emperor Taizong of Song Yangshi, 4 years in September. 28-year-old Empress Mazu rescued people in Maizu Bay, accidentally hit by Weigan. Unfortunate death. And according to legend, he didn't die. Back to the sky. Because there are many villagers, I saw his soul rise to the sky with my own eyes. So the villagers are on Maizu Island. The temple on Nutu Mountain began to worship From then on, when sailing merchant ships encountered typhoons, you will see a girl in red, piloted in the waves. Over the course of more than 1,000 years, appeared by Empress Mazu. There are many people who have been saved by incarnating as the girl in red. For example, in the records, Hong Botong, a native of Putian, once suddenly encountered a strong wind. The sailboat was almost overturned. He called for help at that time. Sea cucumber just finished. The sea becomes calm. It's as if it never happened. For example, during the Kangxi period Putian of the King Dynasty life to the Ryukyu Kingdom, envoy. Ryukyu is now Okinawa, Japan. Before he went to sea, he went to worship Empress Mazu. I represent our country. Going to Ryukyu canonization. I hope the Empress will bless the more than 300 of us with all the best. Sailing. As a result, he set off from Fuzhou. The Dig Lord Empress began to escort all the way. 2 unknown big fish lead the way during the day. At night, another 10,000 seabirds stopped sailing. After arriving at the Ryukyu Kingdom all the way smoothly, Lin Linkang went ashore immediately. Go to the Tianfai Palace in the Ryukyu Kingdom and thank Mazu for escorting all the way. But on the way back, Lin Linchang encountered very severe extreme weather. He is powerless to resist the forces of nature. He took the crew and prayed again for the appearance of Empress Mazu. A strange scene occurs. In the records, it is said that Qin Huang had 2 fires. Before Jin Guang, Yao saw it. The entire fleet is able to follow the historical light boat has passed 10,000 times. That's a big deal. At the time of death, Wei Yigan suddenly appeared. The red light seems to guide them. The ship has stabilized. In the blink of an eye, a heavy ship seems to be getting lighter and faster, suddenly left the beach area. There are many more such records. Ancient officials sent to Korea. I was shipwrecked. The officials at that time also begged Empress Mazu. The Empress also manifested the appearance of red clothes to avoid dangerous areas. So Empress Mazu is a real spirit. There are almost no people at sea who do not believe there are 300 million of Mazu's followers. Poseidon in Greek mythology, in front of him is a younger brother, and Empress Mazu is alone. Supports the faith of 300 million. He doesn't have a strict system like religion, and all kinds of magic. Mother Mazu is always alone. Then we also said at the beginning, Mazu is somewhere between Buddhism and Taoism. Why do you say so? Because in the legends, Limo's mother wanted a son, so she went to the temple. I'm asking for Guanyin Bodhisattva. Guanyin represents Buddhism, although a girl was eventually born. But this child is still rumored to be related to Guanyin, Buddhism related. But when he was 13, he was also awarded the secret method by the real Taoist. At the age of 16, he was awarded the immortal law. Therefore, by the immortal. He is destined to both Tao and Buddha. These are just legends. In fact, the older generation knows the true identity of Empress Mazu is Wuju. Wuju was the most mysterious profession in ancient times. He appeared much earlier than Buddhism. In ancient times, a witch was someone who communicated with wizards can travel between yin and yang, Shanka Tungchen, lower accessible ground, and the helper refers to the divination sacrifice, those who predict good luck and bad luck. So Empress Mazu can communicate with ghosts and goddess of good luck and bad luck. His earliest identity was also this mysterious witch. That's in reality. According to the records, more than 700 years between the 4 dynasties of the Song, there have been more than 20 emperors. Mazu was sealed up to 36 times. All the way to the level of diva for Empress Mazu. This strength has been felt in China's 1000-year history. It's pretty rare. At the same time, Mazu Empress also set a record of 5. The title of Empress Mazu is the most 2. The titles granted by the Emperor to Mazu are also the most 3. There are also 4 temples dedicated to Mazu. The followers of Empress Mazu are also the most 5. Celebration of Empress Mazu, the greatest in history. and in 2009, Mazu Empress Letter Activity by UNESCO. Include representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Empress Mazu. It is also the only one in the world currently. Character, beliefs, and intangible cultural heritage. For now, temples all over the world dedicated to Mazu. There are about 5,000 of them. Names are also different. For example, it is called Tianhu Palace, Kaotian Temple, so that's etc. Some people will definitely say that I can't worship abroad. Foreigners don't believe this either. That's where you're wrong. Even if you are abroad, you must find her. New York, Los Angeles, Washington, and Toronto, other places. Canada, Sao Paulo, Brazil, Argentina, Australia, Saudi Arabia, Japan, Paris, even there's a catchphrase for inflammation. You can definitely find it even abroad. Wherever there are Chinese, there is Mazu. The end of that video. If you are fortunate enough to walk with Empress Mazu, really must buy. He is a real spirit. And many fans have said that I don't believe in Buddhism. I'm not a religious person. I don't believe either. I don't want to join any religion. Go to all kinds of tedious gatherings. But without faith, I was bored. Sometimes I want to worship God, and I don't know. Then you don't have to be torn. Just worship Mazu in the future. Although it used to be an important belief of the Chinese coastal people, but now he has become the world's most important beliefs. So that's it for today. That many areas that are not coastal. I may know very little about Mazu. Many areas are shamans because of envelopes. I don't even know the existence of Empress Mazu. I hope this video let more people know about the great Mazu Empress. I am the universal. My channel is exploring the universe.